We should be live. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Uh, Welcome to Community D&D on Arvin Elron's channel with the ShadowCrew in our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. I am your host for this evening and the dungeon master of this campaign. I am Shadowed Mage, he, him pronouns. um, and I've forgotten the rest of my usual intro spiel.
It happens to the best of us. It's okay.
This is-
Take a moment.
This is why
Hey,
we
take
write
your
it
time.
down.
Take your time.
Hey, you want to talk about unprofessional? I love the last stream we did of my D&D session. I literally was like, "Hey, everyone. So, yeah, we're going to get into this real quick. Hey, guys, introduce yourself."
Um, yes. And I am joined, as always, by the rest of the lovely Shadow Crew peeps. And so I will get the person to my right on your screens to introduce themselves and their character in this campaign. Take it away, Yoi.
Hello, hello. I am Yoi Gawain Lin, also known as Gubby, he, they pronouns game and fiction writer, and tonight, as I have for the past 47 nights of this campaign, I shall be playing Peach Candleheart, a Barnal Aarakocra Echo Knight fighter who loves his father very, very much, and who has finally discovered who his father's boss actually is. So that's something.
And it's terrifying.
And it's terrifying.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Gubby. Then we'll move along over to Hoodie.
Hi, my name is Hoodie, he, him pronouns. I am playing the adorable blonde-haired, green-eyed, cherubic Pleasel Globberpot, 37-year-old, Bladefoot, halfling, alchemist, artificer. I have it right in front of me and it was still hard to read. I don't know, guys. Maybe it's not so
It was
great.
great. I loved it. Maybe a slight
Fun,
rendition.
fun fact, one time I was skipping rocks across a local lake where there was like it was kind of like a day camp for a lot of teens in my town. And a little kid was trying to emulate me. I felt a large clang on the back of my head. I looked back. I figured the kid just threw a rock at my head, and then he got mad and left. I don't know. I couldn't explain it. About 15 minutes later, I get tapped on the shoulder by a sheet white camp counselor who is like, "Hey, so I'm going to need you to come inside." And I'm like, "What's going on?" Because I've been skipping rocks this whole time, having a great time. I don't feel any discomfort. She's like, I need you to not look down first, and then I also need you to come with me. I look down, my pants, my shoes, the ground, the sand beneath me covered in blood, absolutely just a pool of blood, and I'm like, huh? So they bring me back. I was wearing a white T-shirt at the time, and it's just the full back of my T-shirt. Apparently, this kid hucked a stone like this big at the back of my head, and I mean, he was a little kid, so there wasn't enough zest behind the throw, but it still cut skin and a head
Well,
wound
yeah,
still
it's a
bleeds a lot.
giant freaking rock.
Yeah. So my mom so I hear that my mom's showing up. And they're like, okay, we're gonna prep her before we bring her in because I have my head in like an industrial sink trying to clean off the wound, and my shirt's just hung up, and everything's blood. I have blood running down my back. It's everywhere. And they're like, we're gonna try and prep her, but you need to be cool about this.
Be cool about this. Yeah, I almost got a concussion. Yeah, it's okay, guys.
And so
Yeah, so I guess tonight is the episode where we get the story where Hoodie almost died.
no,
Apparently.
this is not an almost died story. This was I'm pretty okay. I have almost died stories, but we're gonna get to those. Those are later.
Eventually.
I have like 3 or 4 really good ones. But yeah, that's my fun fact. I got absolutely brained by a kid, skipping rocks across the lake.
I like how nonchalant the person was about it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna need you to just not look down.
Well, they were freaking out, but I was so calm and cool that they were like thrown because they were. I think they tapped me on the shoulder, expecting me to find me insane, and I was just like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Maybe after about a liter of blood goes away, you'll start noticing.
Okay, moving on. Tilted. Please do
Hey.
the usual spiel.
Yeah, you got it. Hey guys, I'm Tilted, farmer by trade, streamer by night. I should say he, him pronouns too. Yeah, we got that. I will be playing a Raven Aarakocra Gloomstalker Ranger of a noble lineage known as Crew Swain. But during the night, well, maybe not this night because we're trying to be fancy, and therefore I can't really be like dark and gritty. So usually I don the alias of the Aviary. And fun fact, because we're bringing up fun facts that scared the living shit out of people. Apparently not Hoodie though.
It was fine.
Back when I was in North Carolina, because I did spend a couple of years in North Carolina, we went and took a trip. It was a 2.5 hour trip, I recall, to a basically it was a river panning thing where you could get like gems and gold and stuff like that. It was a cool little experience, and we were having a grand old time with it. I was sitting over like just by the riverbed, and eventually my sister and I swapped positions. She was underneath a like tree trunk that had already like rotted away. It was like a little alcove underneath that led into some of the water spilling into it. So I was sitting there going, panning. All of a sudden, I just feel like something's crawling up my knee, my left knee. And I just take a moment. I'm like, huh, that's weird. I look over. I am not kidding you. There was a wolf spider that was this big on my knee. Needless to say, I immediately swatted it away. And have you guys ever seen Home Alone where that guy had the tarantula placed on his face? That guy afterwards, he screamed at the top of his lungs. Imagine that was my reaction. And
that would
for
be
the
my
rest of the
reaction,
trip,
too.
I was just screaming, we gotta go, we gotta leave, we gotta go. I can't be here. And my parents and my brother and sister were like, stick it out, man. We drove out 2.5 hours here. I couldn't really say anything. I just had to deal with it.
I'd be like, well, you're taking me to a hardware store. We're getting a hazmat suit, or like I'm getting like a plastic painter suit right now. I can't. Ha.
Oh, man.
That's more terrifying than the head wound to me. I would be mortified.
You know what was even worse? On the way back home, my brother and sister would nonstop while I was sitting in the front because I had car sickness. They'd have like their hand, they just very lightly brush up on my arm and on my shoulder, just randomly throughout the ride.
Yeah, what are siblings for if not for that?
Yeah, I was just like, you sons of...
Classic sibling move.
And of course, my dad's driving, and all of a sudden, it's like I've been dealing with it with them. So all of a sudden, he starts doing it on my hand. I'm like, "You son of a gun, stop this!"
That's how you get punches, man. That's who.
Yeah, it was not a great experience.
Okay. Are you all done then, Tilted?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured we wanted more stories. Drew, you're up next. You got this, man.
Go ahead, Drew.
I don't have any stories, but I do want to say your comment in our private chat, exemplary. It was funny. It was a callback. Good job. I have my notebook tonight. So I will say, hello, everybody. I'm Drew the Damager, he, him pronouns. Father by day, streamer by night, game and fiction enjoyer. And tonight I will be playing the sexy, black-haired, yellow-eyed, voluptuous, punk rock priestess, Callista Amberblood, the 26-year-old tiefling Twilight cleric.
The list of adjectives just gets longer every time you read it.
It's great. No, just keep adding one each session. By the time we get to session like 100, it's gonna be like you talking for the first 20 minutes. Describing Callista in detail.
Was that one actually written down, or were you faking it and just you kept adding more?
What's funny is, I don't know if you can see it. I've only written it down twice. This one and this one. And this one is the same as this one, except this one has punk rock priestess in it. So I'm actually not adding words. It just seems that way.
I mean, you should from now on, though.
I mean, I probably should from now on, yeah.
Thesaurus curvy.
Calipagian, is that the word I'm trying to think of?
Oh my god. Calipagian.
I would not use that one because I don't know what that means.
All right, now I've got to look it up now. You've piqued my interest. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but we'll go with it.
Callipy.
Yeah, all it means is having a well-shaped buttocks.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
a vocab book I can get behind. Literally.
That is one of my favorite adjectives, because that describes my taste.
Oh my god! And the thing is that you could say that to a woman, and they wouldn't even know that you're
Yeah.
hitting on them.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, Drew. So getting into that D&D stuff. Last time the party was at this party at the Castellanter Villa, as they had gotten invitations to attend from Nevercaught / Jarlaxle, who had also given them fancy clothes that had enchantments on them to allow them to be able to have like all of their regular equipment on them, but not appear like they have it on them. And so then they were investigating while going around at the party, searching some different rooms and all that stuff. And let's see what happened. Callista tried to talk up some of the NPCs and then got asked, "Aren't you part of the help?"
Yeah, they were not having it.
No.
Ooh.
Peach found the jacket closet. Peach and Basil went up to the second floor and found a lot of people dancing and a big feast. And Basil discovered that all the food seems to be poisoned.
We also put goo cubes into
I was about
different.
to get to that, and then Basil went to the washroom and set up a gelatinous cube, small thing to like eat down through the floor and hopefully cause a distraction of some sort.
My waste away cubes, patent pending, that you place in a stone basin underneath your toilet, and then you're good.
He also set up another one, yet another floor up, because then they all figured they snuck past Lord Castellanter, who was luckily distracted at the time, not noticed them sneak up the stairs to the private part of the house, the villa upstairs, and then they found the master bedroom, and that is where Basil set up yet another one of the, what'd you call them?
The waste away blocks.
Waste away blocks. And saw that the master bedroom also had like all these murals of like depicting like the 9 hells. And
extremely normal behavior.
Yeah.
Yep.
Broke through a very securely locked door to find like another like kind of study that had a desk with what looked like a very evil book.
Evil.
And a ladder leading up to a trap door. They went up the ladder, up through the trap door into like an attic level, and they opened the door and saw some kind of very large devilish creature of some kind chained up like in the center of a room over what looked like maybe like a like a pentagram circle that's probably trying to also keep the devilish creature in place, and talk to some little imps that look like spiders with bat wings. were surprisingly quite accommodating until they kept asking too many questions.
Yeah.
Then they went back down. They went back into the master bedroom, noticed a very large gold chest underneath the bed, and they uh, didn't think to check it for traps. Got
The
blasted
one
by
time we don't check for traps, and I
It
get
was
blasted
fine.
for over half my health.
get blasted
know.
by a cloud of poison gas.
I don't know what you guys are complaining about. It was perfectly fine.
But then they find like vestments, robes, and masks for like devil worshipping rituals inside there, and they took those and the chest because the chest itself was worth like 1,000. And right as they were finishing up with that kind of stuff, then who appears at the door into the master bedroom but the Black Viper, who had also been uh, coming up to this level during the party to hopefully steal some valuables. And so they've agreed to a tentative arrangement to help each other. And that is where we left off.
Oh, and Basil's disguised as an old man.
Right.
Yes. Really bad gas.
So after we basically make the deal with the Black Viper to like help each other get through the manor, and basically she can keep whatever she finds as long as we get to keep like some kind of unholy symbol belonging to a fell priest.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we get to keep that, she can keep whatever she finds. I guess Peach would ask her what other parts of the manor or the estate that she's basically looked through or snuck through, because maybe she's seen something that we haven't, because we basically have been completely confined to this building and we haven't been able really to get to every part of this building.
Well, I found a place to. Well, so I'm not going to reveal my alter ego to you, but I was in fact part of some attendees that were legitimately invited to this soiree, and I found a place to stash my much too frilly and fancy dress, change into my costume, and then I came upstairs and came through this next room just here, and then I found you folks here beating me to the punch and stealing your valuables.
So you haven't really seen any place where an unholy priest might stash his valuables, have you?
Well, not up here yet, anyway. I did clock that there seemed to be a door down to a cellar, so I have heard a rumor that there used to be a temple on these grounds that the villa was then built over.
Oh.
So
Well,
perhaps
Peach
what
looks
you're
to
looking
the
for is
others.
down there.
I also saw this cellar door, but it was fairly well guarded, and they didn't seem like they were willing to move from that hallway. I did try to create a distraction, but instead of actually going and checking it out themselves, they sent one of the servants instead.
Yes.
Oh.
Those guards would certainly pose a problem.
Oh, speaking of distractions, guys, so I don't know how much the goo blocks are gonna. I put the other one in the other room before we saw the chain delve upstairs. Like, that was like 5 minutes, right? So we don't have a lot of time because there is an empty room below that one. But then once it gets down even further, it's gonna start causing commotion because that's pretty much gonna land square on a guard's head.
So I guess then we should probably decide quickly. Did we want to try and go back up there with the vestments we found and possibly sneak into that side room that they were guarded by?
I do not think that is such a great idea. They did hint at their ability to summon the lord and lady of the estate.
Well, yes,
The
but
moment
we can
they
at least make it look like we are part of the worshippers.
You think
That
I
was my
should
idea, at least.
make a contract with those spider devils? Because they seem pretty
No.
chill.
No,
No? All right.
no.
Well, are you sure?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not think we should risk it. They already dislike us greatly for intruding upon their domain.
I will admit they were quite gentlemanly of how they actually took that situation, but
Oh, yes,
No.
for sure.
Well, yeah,
Also-
just like a little contract would be fine. They were
No.
nice. We were nice. Okay. All right. Okay.
all right.
No,
Well,
I'm
if that's-
with Cruz on this one. No. That would be bad.
Well, we can continue to explore. There are certain areas we haven't even gone to yet up on this floor, so we can certainly check it out. But the main problem is that if we need to go down to the cellar, how are we going to sneak back down?
Well,
I'm
the goo
laying
cubes.
distractions. Yeah. I'm taking one out. I'm putting one under their bed where the chest was.
These goo cubes. It's surprisingly hard to say. Where exactly did you set them? And they're going to what? Eat through the floor?
Yep. And if they land on a person, I mean, they won't die immediately. So that's better than most of the things I invent. So yeah. So if I put one on the floor, see, it starts to sink in very slowly, and then it will drop down a level, and then drop down another level. So I put one in the toilet, which should land in the poker game, I think. And then
Oh,
I put one
which
under the.
which powder room did you? Well, actually, if you set them in one of the powder rooms, in either case, it'll just drop down into Lord Castellanter's private study, and I don't think there was anyone in there, and I think that door was blocked off.
Oh, there
Okay.
is something in there. There is a possessed suit of armor that will come awake and start destroying things the moment something steps inside. Perhaps that will be our distraction. We should hurry and prepare so that we can make use of it.
Oh, sorry, I misspoke. I meant the reading room, not his private study or office.
Oh, you mean the room where the children are?
No, that's below us, I
That's the
think.
library, I believe.
The library? There's also a different reading room. The reading room is next to the dining room where the poker game is played.
Why would you have your
Oh.
reading room so far away from the library? That seems kind of extreme. Like, you know, you normally have a table next to where you put your cellar.
Let's
when I
not
was-
discuss building design right now. It's probably not the best.
Are you sure? I could go about this for hours.
When I was trying to case this place, the reading room it had like its own bookshelves, and it also had like painting supplies and easels, and
So it's like more of an arts and crafts room.
yeah.
So the goo cube is going to fall into the art room then.
Yeah, an empty art room. Now,
Alright.
Okay.
but where was the other one that you placed?
The other one's underneath the top, the closest sofa lounge to the door, in the previous room from you,
Okay.
behind you.
And then, like she turns around and she goes looking, and then like she starts like walks over to like this corner, walks up over here, and like comes over and like sits on there, and like kind of like looks around, looks up, looks down. It's going to hit the piano.
That seems pretty okay.
That sounds great for our purposes. Well, let's explore the rest of this floor as quickly as we can, and then see if we can sneak past Lord Castellanter when it hits the piano. The goo, I mean.
I
Yes,
think that's a good plan.
have you opened the door across the hall?
No, I as I said, I came in here first.
We
Ah.
also haven't opened this door, it looks like.
I do
guess that
believe that
probably-
that door is locked as well.
Is it?
Well, we have the keys now. Because there was a ring of keys in the chest. I think
Right.
Hoodie took it.
Yes, I do have the ring of keys.
Yeah.
I guess I'll move out of the way for Hoodie.
Was
Do you
that
want
door
to
locked?
start-
I thought you just maybe went to a different door.
This one here, is it locked?
Hold on. First, we inspect the door for traps.
I will help you.
It's It's just it's closed, but it's not locked.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking out a large like detectives kit, basically, and like a comically oversized detectives kit.
And like
I'm gonna...
the Black Viper like comes up and stands like right over your right over you, and is like looking intently. He's like, "Ooh, that's like practically the same as Kepler tools."
Yeah, you're distracting me just a little bit.
I'm going to roll perception to see if I hear anything behind that door.
Okay.
So yeah, at most I got a 14.
I got a 22 to perceive.
Okay. There are no traps or anything of that sort. There are no sounds coming from it.
I hear nothing from beyond the door.
All right. Well, if it's poison, everyone hold your breath, and then I just open the door.
Okay. And it reveals a large walk-in closet.
Oh. When Peach sees that it's mostly clothes, he kind of stands aside to let the Viper see if there's any jewelry that she might want to take. And if she goes in, then he'll follow, and then examine things with Basil.
Okay. The Black Viper will go in, and as soon as she, well, I guess did Basil go in ahead of her then?
Basil's gonna sit down. He's like lining something up, and he's gonna sit down a cube right here. As his last cube.
We need
That's
more
all.
distractions. Clearly, this is going to
Okay.
go right under the stairwell, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of the point.
Well, as soon as the first person sets foot inside of the closet,
Oh boy.
two large downy duvets seem to like slipping off of their shelf and unfurling themselves, and like start like acting in an anthropomorphic manner. Roll
Oh.
for initiative.
I guess did my glaive glow for this?
Well, it wouldn't have glowed until someone stepped inside of the room.
Ah, okay.
The thread count's so
Yeah.
high. It's so hard to grip them.
Oh, they big.
Yeah.
Oh my, wait. No, two flying carpets.
Well,
Oh, I forgot to click myself. Dang it.
oh my god. I love
Cruz, my boy, what are you doing?
I love how I'm still ahead of the initiative on Callisto.
Unbelievable. With advantage, too.
Oh my god.
Need that.
Do you guys want to hear a secret? My 2 investigation rolls were nat ones, and they got re-rolled. So this is the third, technically nat one of the session, and we've been playing for 15 minutes.
Oh my
We're
god.
doing great.
We're doing amazing, guys.
And I was getting ready to go over to the other door, so I'm actually way farther away.
Okay.
So narratively, it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't hear anything happen, and then you're like, oh no.
So the duvets of smothering got a 15. And though their icons make them look like carpets, rugs.
I mean, they could be rich people duvets.
They do give off big Aladdin energy.
Yeah.
Oh no, Basil's gonna get cut in half by being smothered from both angles and pulled apart. Jesus.
It's like drowning in buttercream. The thread count.
Black Viper got a 21.
Okay.
Her dex is probably higher than mine. Mine's a +3.
Yeah, hers is a +4.
Hmm.
Okay.
Should I start a fire?
A.
It was
Imagine
15.
this happened too fast for you to set up that gelatinous cube, so we should be okay.
Dex is 16. So
+3.
Yep, that's higher than the rugs, the duvets.
The duvet. Gotta be fancy. We can't even say rugs anymore, just duvet.
Because they are described as duvets. Okay,
Oh,
so
it's-
we have Black Viper, rugs, basil, peach. What's the cruise? Cruise I don't have. 8.
I clicked on my character. I don't know why I didn't do it.
Probably because I didn't have the thing up yet.
Ah.
I miss sleeping with large, comfy blankets. One of the most regrettable things growing up was heating out of giant, comfy duvets. And I still want to say it. Since I've been a kid, I want to call them comfortables, even though they're not. They're comforters.
Total comfortables.
Okay, so our initiative order is actually Black Viper. Okay, there we go. The Black Viper first, then Peach, then Basil, then the Rugs of Smothering, then Cruz, then Calista. Okay.
Stop! You can't stab them.
The moment Peach's glaive starts glowing,
Yeah.
he would say, "Oh, whatever we do, we better make it quiet, but I suggest running."
Yes. We must deal with them quickly before we attract any attention. And
I'll be right there.
the Black Viper will move up and take her multi-attack option. So the first hit is a 26, that will hit. Second hit is a 16, also hits. Third hit is a critical miss.
Mm.
So 6 and 12 and 18 total piercing.
Does she get a sneak attack because Basil's right though?
Actually,
It sounds like she's a fighter, though if she is a rogue, I am within 5 feet.
I assumed she was a rogue.
I would hope,
well,
from her theming alone, I'd hope.
then yes, actually, I should be making all 3 of these at advantage.
Oh, oops.
Well, then just do 3 more rolls. See what happens.
So the critical miss turns into a 10, but that's not high enough. And then, yes, on each of these, she gets an extra damage. So it's 18 plus 12 is 30 plus 12 is 42 plus 15 is 57.
57.
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
Rogues, man.
Are shit.
Rogues.
That first Rug of Smothering is immediately dealt with.
Nice.
Full of holes.
Great, kill the next one.
And that will be it for her turn. So then we will move on to Peach.
I can't move her through her space, can I? Or would it be like half movement to move through her
half
space?
movement through her space.
Okay, so that means it takes me 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I only get to here, I think,
Yeah, sure.
basically.
That works.
That works.
And bonk. Bonk time. Bonk. Bonk bonk.
Bonkity bonk bonk.
16 to hit.
That hits.
For 11 points of bonk.
Okay.
And then that is a 17 to hit
That also hits.
for 15 points of bonk.
Okay. You've torn some gigantic holes, but it is
Mhm.
still threatening.
Threatening,
And
just waving around.
and I don't think we really need the echo in here because I wouldn't be using Unleash Incarnation anyway, so I will leave that. That is my turn.
Okay. Basil. Throw some acid on it or something?
No, Basil's Basil's not gonna mess around. She's gonna pull out the magic missile, the wand of magic
Oh,
missile
okay.
gun, and shoot it with a 4th level magic missile spell. So 5d4, because I need it to just die immediately.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
it's
That's
the
true.
best way I can get to it's the best way I can get to that damage.
5d4 then.
14 plus 5, so 19.
Okay. That kills it.
I come running back like, what happened?
I'm revolver oscillating with the magic
Oh
missile
my
gun.
god.
There were some horrible blankets, but all is well.
Oh.
And then Peach looks to the Black Viper and says, "Perhaps there is some jewelry here for you."
Indeed, I spy a lockbox. Going to take a crack at it.
Oh.
I have keys.
Oh.
Oh.
Would these help? Maybe.
Well, let's
then
see.
Let me see. Yeah, hands out her hand to take the keys.
Okay, I'm giving you these with the express permission that you will give them back after you have opened up that lockbox.
He nods curtly. And so then there's this like red wood lockbox that has lots of gold embellishment on it, and has like
Oh.
a gold lock fixture on it. So she starts trying keys. She tries like all kind of like about a dozen keys on this keyring, and none of them fit properly.
Oh. Okay. Peach looks to Basil then and says, "Well, the usual routine then."
And the Black Viper already has like her own lockpick kit out, and is like
Oh.
expertly gets it dealt with and pops it open.
Nice.
Opens the lockbox, and like this lockbox is kind of like maybe about 2 feet long and maybe about 18 inches
Oh, so pretty big.
wide, and yeah, probably about another like 8 inches deep.
Are we flooded with poison gas per se?
No.
Perchance?
Basil steps back.
But the contents of this lockbox look again very familiar. It is the red and gold robes with the symbol of Asmodeus and some masks. 2 each again.
Are they fancier than the other ones, or
no? They look less fancy.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
So how many robes and masks do we have in total now?
I think it's
we have
4.
4.
Okay.
And also these were actually underneath some quilts that had like embroidered images of flying devils.
Okay.
Oh, so someone spent like a summer making these. That's crazy.
Well, I expect that if the Lord and Lady of the house are as suspicious as they truly seem to be, whoever made these blankets is most certainly not with us anymore.
Can you imagine just there was a demon knitting grandma who's like all about devils? That's just, I don't know, that seems kind of crazy to me.
Well, wouldn't it then
Enough
be
coin may do it.
devil knitting grandma?
Well, she's a demon of quilting and knitting, but she worships devils. I don't know, I see how it works.
Well, with enough coin, most
Devils
people
and
do
demons
anything.
do not associate.
Well, no, she's a demon for quilting, but she likes devils.
Oh, a metaphorical demon.
Yeah, there. Sorry, I thought something was on the table there.
Now I get you.
Like, yeah, isn't it nice? I'm pulling out a goo cube.
Oh my God. So much goo.
I look through the rest of the closet to see if there's anything, I don't know, secret stashed away.
The rest of the closet seems pretty mundane.
Hmm. In that case, I guess we all join Cruz to like check out this other door then.
Yeah, I guess I'd probably like see if there's anything beyond that while they were dealing with that. So I will roll. Okay, we're rolling real good tonight.
Oh. Peach, of course, is none the wiser, and he whispers, "Do you hear anything?"
Not a sound.
Oh. I check the door to see if it's locked.
And like you go to do that, but then like the Black Viper like slinks up and says, "All right, bird boy, get that bird booty out of the way." And like puts her ear up to the door, and then like starts like testing the lock and like the door handle. And she's like,
I don't
unlocked.
appreciate that
And then,
tone.
like, opens the door.
Peach,
I'll let
meanwhile,
you do your thing.
Meanwhile, Peach is thinking in his head, "I must tell my father about this." Because his father told him, "Oh, don't worry, people won't flirt with you, so you don't have to worry about it." And Peach was like, "Oh, okay, thank goodness." That was a year ago, but now he has to tell his father evidence to the contrary. Okay. Oh, goodness.
Some sort of what even?
Children's
is-
room.
It's like a children's toy room or something.
Mm-hmm.
This appears to be a playroom.
Oh.
Strewn about on the floor are giant stuffed toys, jack-in-the-boxes, dolls, and a rocking horse shaped like a war horse. A large mobile in the form of a butterfly hangs from the ceiling, turning listlessly.
Butterfly in the sky.
I can
I
go
can
twice,
go twice
as high.
high. Take a look.
In a book.
I don't. Oh, there's one over here.
Reading Rainbow.
What a strange.
Sorry.
What a strange aside you two just had. You know, due to my upbringing, I'm familiar with like lots of different children's stories and entertainment, and I know nothing of whatever you two were just referencing.
Have you
I
ever
turned to
heard of,
Basil real briefly, like, we've had a very interesting childhood.
have you ever heard of the Grand Bard Shaka Khan?
And so, yes, there's this playroom, and there's another door over here.
Is Peach's glaive lit?
Now, if kids are ready to throw a pillow at Peach when Peach enters, is that considered a hostile threat?
Would it do any damage? That would be the
No,
question.
I'm expecting one of the toys to like appear and shoot missiles or something. Given
That or they
how
just
the
start
rest...
convulsing weirdly and like standing up and start charging towards us like a Toy Story.
Yeah, it becomes
Remember
a,
that scene?
it becomes a
Sid?
toy golem or something.
I mean, the first movie I went to was Toy Soldiers. I don't know why that one got me before Toy Story. You'd think it would be Toy Story, but no.
The glaive is not glowing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk right in there.
Good luck. We're all gonna watch.
Yep. Everyone gets one.
Yeah, I'll go in too. I can only imagine these little bastards are going to come to life and try to kill us.
Like the Black Viper also heads in and starts like walking around, poking at things, you know, getting up on top of things and looking around and crouching down and looking under things.
Mm-hmm. I am
Have you
listening
been
at this
in
door.
any of the other houses?
The other buildings on the estate?
Yes.
Well, so there is a stable and a guest house. I was planning to hit up the guest house after I was done here.
Hmm. And you don't know which...
What's the problem, Tilted?
How many nat ones have we gotten so far?
Oh,
So
it's
remember
good.
last
You're getting
session,
them out of the way, so you can have like the
Yeah.
20s for the big battle that might be later.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
session we got like 10 nat 20s, so this session has to be all nat ones.
Oh god.
But while the two of them are talking, Peach can't focus on what's through the door, so he doesn't hear anything if there is anything.
Okay.
But he will still check to see if the door is locked while they're talking.
It is not
I'm
locked.
I'm on the warhorse
okay.
too, so you hear them talking, and then you just hear.
In that case, Peach will look to Cruz and Callista, and as Callista's walking past, and give a slight nod of "be ready," and he opens the door as quietly as possible.
Okay.
I'll
Okay, so
put
this
my
is no
icon
time to
here.
play.
It is the kid's bedroom.
Oh.
Could have known.
That makes sense, actually.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 4-poster beds in this room. The room is cluttered with dozens of toys. A life-sized stuffed unicorn stands in one corner.
Like a plushy unicorn or a legit unicorn that has been taxidermied?
A plushie unicorn.
Okay. These
Oh,
are
look,
rich
Peach.
people.
Although, well, I won't say anything more. I'll let you investigate.
Okay.
Look, Peach, there's something for you to go and take back.
Oh. What?
The unicorn. Something you peck at the bed.
Oh, no. If I do that, Mr. Snail will get very jealous. And besides, the children will be sad.
That hasn't stopped us before, but yes.
Yeah, so
And,
there are 2 doors there.
Peach will listen to them and then check to see if they're locked and then open them. Shall I roll
Okay.
perception?
You don't need to.
Ah, okay.
Alright, so it's a closet.
Okay.
This one is full of like spare blankets and pillows.
Mm.
And this is the blood sacrifice room.
And the Black Viper opens the other one, another closet, containing like all of the containers that the toys that are strewn about the room would obviously go into, and also like additional stuffed animals. So, and then she'll make her way over to the stuffed unicorn, and she starts inspecting it, and then like she pokes the horn on it. She's like,
Is it made of gold?
"Those children are going to be very disappointed, but I am taking it."
It's made of gold, isn't
Oh.
it?
No, it's a real unicorn horn, and its fur is real unicorn fur.
Basil
Her hair.
screeches into the room. What?
Oh. That is...
Basil, do
it's-
not be excited.
Someone has made a simulacra of a unicorn using real unicorn parts.
That
I
seems overtly difficult to obtain.
know we promised you everything else that wasn't the holy symbol. Can I get just like a bump of fur? Just like a small, just a teeny tiny amount. I won't ask for the horn. I know that's the good stuff.
I mean, cut some off the tail or the stomach, I suppose.
I'm asking. It's the gentlemanly thing to do. I already have a large pair of scissors out.
I mean, yes. I have no qualms about it.
You know, I'm asking for a friend, not for me, obviously, but like a little bit of ground horn because I do have this handy
Basil,
angle
Basil.
grinder here.
Basil,
That horn is the most valuable part. I believe our agreement was that I could have most of the valuables.
Okay,
just
listen,
settle for the fur there, Basil. It's okay. It's
I
already
just look
more
at-
than we were expecting.
I look at you with like cold, dead shark eyes. Supreme healing potions.
Yeah, I get that, but the problem is that
Supreme.
we've already made a promise, and I'm not fond of breaking deals.
Okay, I'll stick to some fur.
I'm certain you'll make
Besides-
do.
Besides, isn't it bad luck to be taking things from unicorns? That is what I was always told growing up. 2
Oh,
years
if they're
ago.
alive, it's so bad. But this one's not. So
Oh.
like loophole.
Whoever
Yes,
did
if they're
this,
dead, it's fine.
whoever did this to the unicorn to begin with was an absolutely vile person.
Probably cursed for
Now that it's in this
thousands of
state,
years.
it's just valuable.
Well, regardless, I think we have tarried long enough. Let us be quick.
And then like
Did we inspect the other 2 rooms at all?
the closets,
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Mhm.
and she takes something like off of her belt that it like is a kind of like a smallish to medium sized black bag, and she opens it up and she starts stuffing the unicorn and as it disappears down into the bag, like
Mhm.
without bulging out the bag.
Have her sack, or you get the full one.
Oh, this is a full bag of holding.
Oh, who's your provider?
Uh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry,
A
just
wealthy
professional
backer?
curiosity. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just
yeah.
personal curiosity. I made my own. I tap my pudge. More on pudges.
Uh.
I made my own. So you know, it's nice to know the movers and shakers out there.
Yes. A wealthy backer, a patron of sorts.
A wealthy, but didn't you come here? Aren't you wealthy? Did you support yourself? Did you make
Make an
Basil-
insight check. I was waiting for this to come up.
I rolled a nat 1, guys.
Oh no!
It's
But
still
you
a
re-rolled
12.
it.
Well, so my nat 1.
I rolled a 26.
Hey, cleric in the house.
I swear your insight checks are ridiculously high. Everything else you get nothing, Drew.
You're right.
Okay,
yeah.
so Callista, you just need to roll every single insight check from now on.
Yeah. So like, based on the like these little pieces of information that she's been revealing, Callista, you're pretty sure that she is actually probably like the daughter of some noble family who has decided to take on some extracurricular activities.
Mm.
Peach, meanwhile, is tidying everything up as close to tidy as he can, and leading everyone out the door, because he is in a rush to get downstairs before they lose their window of opportunity to distract Lord Castellanter.
Must say that bag matches your outfit quite nicely.
Well, thank you.
Not a problem. Well, shall we?
It's unusual to see an Aarakocra in such a fine suit.
I used to wear these all the time, but times change, you know.
Oh, so you do come from money.
In the distant past, yes.
Interesting. And yet, I know that based on your accompanying friends, that you also sometimes masquerade around the night in a different kind of attire.
And I just go ahead and put a singular talent up and just like,
Least kept secret in the world.
Worst kept secret ever. Should have been a human like the rest of the
yeah.
alter egos.
All right. So we're hoping that the halflings goo blocks provide enough distraction so that we can sneak by once we head down these stairs.
Well, I guess we should ask how loud of the raucous revelry is going on downstairs.
Well, there's still the
Yeah.
music and like sounds of dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I really want to see what's in that basement.
Yeah, so I guess we're just staying here until we hear a crash or have some other opportunity to sneak past.
Okay.
How
And
do
like,
we go up?
and it's like maybe like a moment later, all of a sudden you can hear like kind of like a like what sounds like the warping and twisting and swing of like piano wires. And all of a sudden, like the music in the hall stops, and and I will take you back to the other map.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's our
Thank you.
cue.
Possibly.
Oh my god, all these people.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
too many people. There's a social anxiety amount worth of people here.
There's a man. Really wish we had several fireball casters right now.
And hello, Arv.
Hello, Arv.
Yeah, I grab that.
Basil resumes his
Black
old
Viper
man walk.
token. Put her there for now, considering she should be on steps. But like, all of like the dancers have stopped and they're all looking towards the room off to the side, and Lord Castellanter has hurriedly walked over this way to see what's causing the commotion.
Mm-hmm. And then
now.
Peach.
It's go time.
Peach goes quick, so we all dash
Okay.
speedily and stealthily.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just beelining downstairs.
Give me a stealth check.
This is not the time. We still have Pass Without a Trace, correct?
Yeah.
Should
Don't worry. Don't worry. Their passive perceptions are all in the toilet, but I need to.
Well, we
finally
roll a
okay.
lot of nat
28
ones.
for me.
That's a 30 if it's the plus 10
Okay.
is
Yep.
added.
25.
15.
Yeah. Okay. That's all good. I just needed to make sure that like no one was gonna get. Well. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway. Okay. You're good. So you can all head down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to this level. Oh.
I mean, they're all citizens and such, Arv. I'm sure we can deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
We also
I
forgot
hope
about the other
Basil
like
is
30
missing.
down
Where
here.
is
I'll move here so Basil can.
Oh, Basil's
Put
down
his-
over there.
I mean, the moment we enter this floor, I start talking about thanking. I'm just thanking everyone for helping me with my ablutions in my old man voice.
Mm-hmm. How is the situation here? Are people distracted or no?
That they seem to have noticed something happening upstairs, but like no one's like rushing up the stairs, or they're mostly still sitting around or standing around having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And the Black Viper still looks like a cartoon morning superhero, or
Yeah.
okay, all right.
No panic is going on down here at all, right?
No.
All right. I'm gonna go walk over, sneak into the.
So like she's kind of like staying near like the top of the steps.
Do you need some disguise stuff? We could. I have wigs. I have so many wigs.
Well, I managed to grab my dress as we were running down through, because I did stash it, back up on the second floor there near the stairs. And she says, please look away for a moment.
We're on an open staircase, so yeah. I mean, but you know,
Don't worry.
okay. Alright.
Peach will helpfully just stand right in front of her and like pretend he's stretching his wings a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Basil will do the other thing at the wall, like
You're totally blocking some view there.
all 3 feet 2 inches of Basil.
Peach, meanwhile, with his big beefy wingspan, just like.
And of course, while that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and walk right into the active poker game is. I'm just gonna go sneak on by and accidentally bump open the door over here.
Which door? Sorry.
The door right where my character is. Yep.
Oh,
Excuse
okay.
my large dumpy, gang. It just
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
uncontrollable.
Need to make sure I've got this description correct.
I'm too dummy thick for this poker game. I'm so sorry, guys.
All right. So the Black Vipers, like hood and tight leather getup, is gone, and now dressed there is a pretty black-haired young woman in a purple frilly dress.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a woman walks through this door down over here and is like looking around and then like looks up and then you can see the Black Viper, who is now looks like a young woman, put her head in her hand. It looks like she's about to say "oh no," and then the woman calls out, "Esbel, there you are. What are you doing up there? And who are those people you're with?"
Do I know this girl from around the city now that she doesn't have a mask on? Or have I heard the name Esvel before?
Yeah. Well, I guess Cruz has walked away. He might know better, but yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a like a history check.
I mean, I probably would have heard Esvel down the hallway, but
Sure.
I don't know what the context would be in that point.
Probably not. I got an 8.
So, do you want me to also, or
Sure. Go ahead.
it's a history, you said?
Yeah.
Well, this is going to go well, I can tell. That's just a 10.
All right.
I'll shove my 7. Oh, does a 27 do it?
No.
I was gonna say it is a bit of a unique name, but it's like not enough to like single her out without a surname. But I guess Basil.
Basil, who doesn't pay attention to any of this.
Um,
Normally, when his parents talk nobility at him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So Basil, you would know that there is a noble family in Waterdeep called the Roshnar family. And they've had kind of a black mark on their name for about a century or so because one of their ancestors, about a century ago, was convicted of slave trading.
Mm.
And the current generation, the heir to the wait, is she? There, she might have a. Anyway, one of the daughters of like the Roshnar family currently is Esvel Roshnar. So
I just lean over to Callista, kind of a Cruz moment.
She matches the description of Esvel.
Mm-hmm.
So like she's, oh, why did my mother have to notice?
Would you like us to get you out of here?
If someone could steer my mother a different way, it'd be most appreciated.
Oh, a young vixen. I'm all over it. And I start hobbling down the staircase.
Oh no, this is
I'll start helping
see
him down
the
the staircase.
determined stride of Basil just coming down the stairs, and I'm just like, oh no.
You can't stop it. It is inevitable.
I'm not going to stop. I'm just like, oh no.
And like Esmel like just like tries to like hide behind Peach.
Peach will gentlemanly extend a wing.
Okay.
I'll go up to wherever her mother is, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, would Don grace my eyes, but a beauty, unforetold in countless eons. What may tells your name, dear sunset of the eve?
Oh, the Looney's tears. My goodness, I've never been drifted away in a decade or more.
Oh, a woman of your caliber, really? Gentlemen surely are blind these days.
And she's blushing quite hard, and she said, oh, "Who are you, good sir?"
I find myself the elderly Basil Globopot at your service. Alchemist extreme, artificer extraordinaire.
Globopot. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with your name.
You could say I'm a bit of a rising star on the scene. I'm stroking my beard that's like the spirit glue's coming a little undone. Sadly, a youth potion that I'd been working on took a bit of a whoopsie turn.
Well, my husband and I, we have a bit of an arrangement, and I've not often gone for the halfling folk. I am quite interested in silver foxes.
Well, you could say I'm a white fox.
Sexy singles in
And because you know I do dabble in the potions, I know how to make the good stuff. I give a
Oh
cheery
my
wink.
god!
Now, you say you know how to craft a youth potion?
Well, you can see it didn't go according to plan, but it is in the works.
Oh, do tell me more.
Yeah, I'll just hold her for a conversation, basically,
Okay.
with like extreme heavy flirting.
Uh-huh.
I'm literally gonna whisper to Callista as I'm seeing all this, like, I actually didn't expect him to be this smooth to an extent.
I really have
if-
to play a high charisma character at some point.
Out of curiosity, is this deranged conversation holding the attention of all the people on the landing?
Yes.
Okay, Peach in that case is going to like sneak the Black Viper slash Esvel
Yeah.
towards like the cellar door
Okay.
because we're trying to get there, right?
Yeah.
So he's just like don't mind me, haha.
You hear something, oh yes, enchanted ropes. I've made many in my day. For all types of fun, pleasurable activities. Wink.
Oh,
I'll look back at Cruz and say, I thought I was going to have to add to this conversation, but he's doing pretty well himself.
yeah,
I don't know about Smooth, but
And,
well, smooth enough
He's
to at
saying
least
all-
catch her attention.
and like
He's saying all the right things,
Esfel's
that's for
just
sure.
like walking like behind Peach, going like this. And it's like, I can't believe my mother is being so brazen. It must be the champagne.
Peach is just kind of scooting her along behind him while like walking straight on so that she can like hide behind his giant silhouette.
Uh-huh.
Just going, oh, don't worry. My father has always told me to stay away from the dirty stuff. And then Callista and Cruz, you kind of just see him like sliding across the back of the crowd and just kind of going moving towards the door here.
Can we even sneak another few people that way?
You know, I had heard rumors that, my parents attended certain kinds of parties, but oh my.
Peach kind of pats her back reassuringly with one wing because he's still facing away. He wants to like keep an eye on the crowd as much as possible while she presumably like lockpicks the door or something. And he goes, "Oh, do not worry. I think if I ever discovered my father doing such things, I would simply pass away."
Tempting.
No, I gotta hear more of this Basil now. Here we go. Come on.
And like she seems a bit too distracted to like properly try and like lockpick. Would she have handed the keys back, or would you let her hold on to them?
I think once we got down the stairs, Basil probably forgot because he's trying to go
Okay.
into old man mode, and just probably never took them back.
Okay, so she's like flipping through the keys, trying to find if any of the keys work. And like she's kind of like fumbling around, and like Peach is like standing there and like, and they're like everyone's like, and like seems to be like rapt listening to like Basil trying to woo Lady Rashnar.
Really? It's just punctuated every so often. Really, over a barrel? How scandalous!
Yes, I believe the gentleman called it showing me the full sword coast.
Oh my god!
Well, any port in a storm.
Any port in this.
Hey, Basil, that's Master Basil. That's not what that means.
Oh, I pray tell. I think I know exactly what that means. I give you a wink. If you give me an insight check real quick.
Sorry,
Melissa.
sorry, Arv, for what we're doing to your channel right now, but we promise it's for narrative purposes.
Oh, that's a low one. That's only a 14.
Over a 10 will get you. Basil doesn't know anything he's talking about. He's regurgitating stuff he's heard people say. You see the fear. There's just fear in his eyes as he looks up at you. And he tries to play into the innuendo.
And this has gone. Oh, hold on. I forgot that I need to check something. Okay, let's see here.
I will take one step back, and I will take out a piece of silver wire and put it in my mouth and cast message to Basil and say,
Oh my god.
anything you say can sound sexual if you say it right. Just remember that.
Literally just getting
Why would you
active
give him
advice
this
during
knowledge?
You're opening me up to so many bad lines.
And so like at this point, like there's a noble person who's like standing like right kind of like in that doorway and like is like watching what the hell is happening in here. And enough time has passed, and like Espel hasn't found the right key yet, and then all of a sudden
no.
like the like ploop coming down from the ceiling, having eaten through the eaten through the floor. The little small goo block chopped up from the gelatinous cube lands on this lady's head. And then like,
And I was like,
she feels something like hit her on the head, and she's like, huh? And she puts up her hand, and he's like, huh?
Literally, her hair's just melting off
down.
now.
And then like her skin like starts to like peel away. She's like, holding it. She's like, "What is this? What's going on?" And then like everyone else stops and like looks at her. And like right at this moment,
Cheese it.
Espel finds the right key and opens the door, and like grabs Peach and runs in.
We're going. Everyone's going.
Cheese
Yeah.
it.
Going.
We're going. We're all running in.
Yeah, we go into the dark, dank cellar.
It couldn't have
So
gone better.
for
guys.
context, Arp, because you probably have no idea what just happened there. Basil, in his wisdom, because he's set this all up, he's thinking 9 steps ahead, has set up a bunch of.
They're not just gelatinous cubes. They're tiny goo blocks chopped up from gelatinous cubes for my waste away product that I had worked out with the dung sweepers in the city for, to lessen their jobs. They're small little baby ones. They're fine. It's fine. It's only a little bit of acid that permanently disfigures a person. It's fine.
So yeah, he scattered about like 5 of these throughout the entire household.
I only had the 4. Yeah, I did dump all of them. Yes.
Yes, you very much did. They only nibble as literally this lady's face is being torn apart.
just a little bit. Listen, we have magic healers. We have magic. It's fine.
And she's probably rich as hell, so whatever. Yeah, so Peach and the Black Viper end up going down the hall and I guess making room for everyone else to come in.
Basil is pouring sweat.
Uh-huh.
There was so much. I had to use almost all of the knowledge I've ever heard from my dad.
I kind of just pat you on the back, like, honestly, considering the situation, well done.
Yeah, it was one of the reasons I stopped going to family dinners. It was all they would talk about. It was really gross.
While
she
this
did
is
quite well.
happening, while
Thank you.
the rest of the party is congratulating Basil for his extraordinarily well done seduction, Peach basically will have asked the Black Viper, "Oh, do you want to change back?" And then basically like opened his wings to provide a changing screen for her again.
Oh. You all know my identity now. Shall we all properly introduce, make a round of introductions?
Oh, yes. If you wish to change back first, I can't imagine a dress would be very convenient in a cellar like this.
Yes. So then she'll do like a magical girl spin.
Oh my
Become the Black
gosh.
Viper again and stashes her dress behind like a barrel that's down here.
Where'd the light come from? That's so crazy.
I've gotten switching back and forth down to an art.
Well, it did look quite magnificent. I am Peach
Magical
Candleheart.
even.
Well, I may go by the Black Viper, but yes, I am in truth Esfel Roshnar, the youngest daughter of the Roshnar family. And you folks are?
I am Crew Swain of House Swain. But as you've already ascertained, yes, I do take on another alias. And since you're among friends now, I guess it's no point in trying to keep secrets, and you probably would have figured it out anyway, as almost everyone in here did in moments. Anyway, I am known as the Aviary at night.
Are you open to workshopping that name?
You know, I've heard it from these folks here, and I'm not too appreciative of it, honestly. I feel like it's a pretty good name.
Seems a little.
What would you suggest?
Seems a little on the beak, as it were.
Ah, I see. But do you have a better suggestion?
Oh, we'd have to do some brainstorming.
All right. I'm open to trying out new things, I suppose.
All right. And the rest of you?
I am Peach. Oh, I guess you can go first because you also have a house to attach yourself to.
I am the adorable, blonde-haired, green-eyed, cherubic basil glabberpot, 37-year-old, Lightfoot, halfling, alchemist artificer. I bow.
That is a very strange
Basil.
introduction. I'd rather
My
rehearsed.
Yeah, I wrote it down. It's the first page of my notebook.
How peculiar.
He has trouble with social experiences.
Yeah, my parents are rich, but I'm not. So,
Oh. You're like my father then.
wait. Yes? I don't know. Oh, right. Oh, because it's slavery. Oh.
What?
Basil covers his mouth.
No. That's not what I speak of. No, my father, he too is not particularly good at the social graces.
Oh,
How he
Okay.
wound up with my mother is quite a mystery, really.
yeah.
Yes,
Well,
she seems quite exotic, I must admit.
Yes, exotic.
Peach has no idea why anyone is laughing.
She was a joy to talk to. I'm gonna have to take off the beard and stop pretending to be an old guy. Okay. I really don't want her to find me again.
Yeah, I think it's probably best to drop the outfit.
I put on a fancy lad suit that I already have. I'll do a magical roll spin, and go from the robe to a fancy lad suit.
And then
And
all
then-
you see is just a bunch of dust instead of magical lights.
Yeah, a bunch of dust and goop. That's what comes off of Basil.
And it's just all like, because you're right behind me, like, it all splatters on my back. Like, well, I was
Sorry.
looking forward to using this tux again, but
I left my bag open. That's my bad.
it's all right. I'm gonna go ahead and just, because I know it's a magical suit, so I'll just go ahead and just like fold it up,
Okay.
take it off. I'm already in my full attire, so it's not like it's really gonna change anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you prefer, Black Viper
Well,
or your real name?
I did kind of steal the legend of the Black Viper for my rebellious persona. But I do feel that this is more in line with who I truly am than Asvel Roshnar.
All right.
My parents, they forced me into being such a prim and proper young lady, but I like to sneak behind their backs and learn how to pick locks and snatch wallets and pluck keys from belts and pouches, how to climb up walls that have barely any good handholds, sneak past guards.
Judging from the conversation that Basil just had with your mother, prim and proper is not what I would describe her.
I'm telling you,
I just kind of like
it must be the
very
champagne.
awkwardly nod my head.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that.
Definitely
It's
saw your
fine.
mother in a new light, I'd imagine.
Yes.
It's fine, your mother is a minx. Did she happen to pass any of that down to you?
Don't think so.
All
Didn't
right.
you say bird butt earlier?
Oh, bird booty. Yes.
Bird booty. That's kind of vixenish. I don't know. It's the moment's left me, so I'm back to just me now, and I don't really want to ever inhabit what was going on up there ever again.
I must admit, as of this moment, I am feeling a little thrown for a loop. But, lady, what is your name?
Oh, I'm Callista. I'm a priestess of Selune.
Oh, very well.
Don't worry, none of this bothers her.
No.
In fact, it makes her quite happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. No, I am here to protect you from all of the evils that are going on in this place.
Oh, the Lune might be one of the good goddesses, but she's not exactly the most lawful. So we have no quarrel there, I'm sure.
Yes, no, of course not.
Oh, none of us are lawful. Well, except Cruz.
No, more like I've had to be the moral compass. Usually I'm a little bit more chaotic, but yeah, let's just say there've been experiences with this group, as you have already experienced yourself now tonight.
Anyway, it's rather chilly down here, isn't it?
Yes, now that you mention it.
Well, I suppose they put all the money upstairs and none of it downstairs. Shall we explore?
But it looks like they put a good amount of wine downstairs.
Oh, don't start drinking, Callista. We need you in possession of all your faculties.
A little wine won't make me lose any of my faculties, Peach.
Well, we don't know if the wine's poison. If all the food upstairs is poisoned, we don't know if any of the wine might be poisoned.
Tell
maybe
me
it's not
what,
poison.
Callista. We can take a whole barrel on the way out.
Peach is going to examine this doorway. I'm guessing it's a doorway.
Sorry, ping it again. Or no, it's one?
This
Yeah,
place.
that one right there.
Mhm.
Ah, yes. It looks like a vault door made of solid iron. It has 3 different locks on it.
Oh.
Well, let's hope that keychain has some of them.
Yikes.
Miss Viper, may I prevail of you the key? Or the series of keys?
She tosses over the keyring.
Mm-hmm. And I will start checking out all these keys, opening up this door.
Yep, and you find 1 key each that fits each of the locks.
Mm-hmm.
Does one have a heart on the end of it, and one have a diamond on the end of it, and one have a club on the end of it?
Not
Is this-
not canonically, but
Is this Resident Evil?
Gotta get the regenerator.
I mean, we are on a quest to open up a grand door by finding smaller objects that would. So yeah, this is kind of.
Yeah, it's totally Resident Evil.
It could also be Amnesia: The Dark Descent, depending on which way this
Yes.
goes.
Right?
And it's also symbolically like literally the exact same thing we're doing, but on a smaller scale.
Mm-hmm.
This is a smaller vault with presumably way less valuables.
okay.
Uh
You are able to unlock all of the locks,
huh.
and then you open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I tell
Cool.
everyone to stand back first, and then I have my echo do it. So
Okay.
I have all of us stand back, and I have my echo open the door, so we all have like 30 feet of clearance.
I have 2 guns out.
And I see nothing.
It appears to be an empty vault.
Well, that
Is it-
seems very. That seems very
Basil?
strange. I will send my echo in there just to see if like any traps get set off, and I'll like poke my glaive around to see if I touch anything. And
Okay.
if Basil wants to fire off a spell, he can. But I'm doing like that physical check with my echo.
Okay, your
It's
echo
more of the. Is it smooth in here?
echo walks in,
Mm-hmm.
and this causes a thing that I'm always not sure how to rule about. Would your echo then I guess make a Constitution saving throw, or would it?
Is
Just...
this a
Uh,
goo room?
Yes, it has immunity to all conditions, but if it has to make a saving throw, it uses my saving throw bonus for the roll.
Okay, then go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's a 16.
Okay, so all of a sudden you see like frost and ice start to form all over your echo.
Oh.
And then your echo will take 34 divided by 2 is 17 cold
Oh.
damage.
It immediately bamps out of existence.
Okay.
And Peach goes, "Oh, goodness gracious.
That is quite
Uh,
cold.
Yes, indeed. Well,
Is there
I do have a
brown-
potion. Well, I
Is there
do have a
brown mold
potion
in?
that will let me evade that. But Basil, do you see anything inside the vault?
Yeah. Is there brown mold in this vault?
No. Basil, like from the doorway, you kind of like look around. You'll notice a very tiny magical glyph in the middle of this.
Basil will just point up at the cliff. It's just why would this room? I mean, I understand having like an ice room to keep things fresh, but there's nothing in here.
Also, putting something in there, you'd have to trigger it every single time, and it would probably kill someone.
Well, it definitely got rid of my echo.
The nature of the magical glyph reveals like that there is like some kind of passphrase that can deactivate the trap for someone entering the room.
I'll turn to the Black Viper. I'm like, did you happen to find anything like a passphrase or code book or some sort in the property?
Oh, this is news to me.
I take out my crossbow
Mm-hmm.
and I will shoot at the glyph, I guess.
Okay.
Can I damage it that way?
You try to do this and it doesn't seem to affect.
Hmm. Well, do you think that it is worth going in to examine? I do have a potion of cold resistance.
Not
My question
particularly,
is-
no. I think
It-
this is where they store their food.
I mean, there might be something in there, but I don't. They probably use it to like. There is a feast going on upstairs, so maybe it's empty
Yes.
because there's no food
That's-
currently here.
Probably why it's empty, yes.
Well, very well then. Let's go examine something else.
There's a rather
Well,
heavy-duty door protecting the room. A magical trap.
Just food, yeah.
Unless you think
Strange to
there's
me.
something invisible in there. I
That
mean, we
is
can
what
see
I was
inside.
thinking.
So
There's
Basil,
nothing
do you
there.
have those goggles still or no?
Hold on one second. I pull out my third gun, my Wand of Secrets gun, and I
Okay,
shoot
that
it right
works.
here if there's a trap door or any type of like magic hidden secret passageway in this area.
Oh, and we have a raid from the kids are asleep.
Hey.
Welcome,
Oh,
welcome
hey.
in.
welcome Valerie and assumedly Eric as well.
Mhm. Hello.
Welcome everyone. Aha, there's intensely Eric. Shh, the kids are asleep. It's a secret. Welcome on in. Our fine party made an alliance with a thief who also came to rob this villa while there's a party going on. There was a very kind of rather blue discussion used as a distraction. Um,
It was great. You guys should really go back and see it. It's
Yeah.
between
an
Basil
experience.
and a party goer who also actually happened to be the mother of the thief. And they use that to sneak down into the cellar. They're hoping to find more clues down here as to whatever this symbol or icon or whatever it is they're trying to find of this fell priest, who is assumedly Lord Castellanter.
Mhm.
Right now, they're dealing with a strangely empty vault room.
That has a trap that literally will freeze you to death.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it's
So,
Locked
Basil,
by like a 3-key lock, so we're just like, what is it?
Mhm.
Basil
Yeah,
has,
but yeah, fired off a wand of secrets.
yep, nada.
Nada. Basil will take out the bag of holding, pull out a big sack of flour,
Mhm.
rip it open, and then dump it into the room
Okay,
to see if anything is invisible here.
you can see like all of like the flour particles like start to like crystallize from the cold. They all kind of like fly around the room and start to settle. They all just fall to the ground unimpeded, revealing nothing.
Mhm.
All right, well, that's me. I just step back onto the table.
Peach himself goes and looks at it, and he says, "Well, we do know that Lord and Lady Castellanter were poisoning everybody upstairs, and we also know that they are devil worshippers. Perhaps they were poisoning everybody in preparation for a horrible ritual, and the dark materials necessary for the ritual were in this place, and they moved them for the ritual."
Well,
It does seem odd that they'd seal it like this, though.
seems as good a guess as any. My bet was that perhaps that this was like a like a false vault, you know, like to trick people,
That's also true.
like thieves, like me, you know, hoping to find treasure. And, you know, they break through and then they get in there and then they die to magical trap.
Well, in that case, it is a good thing that you did not die to this magical trap. We will have to leave the flower here, though, and Peach will close the door and lock it again, and he will keep the key ring, and then say, "Shall we continue?"
Okay.
Well, if this is a false vault, then does that mean there's a real one around here somewhere?
Possible.
And then like the her eyes sparkle and she says, "Ah, exactly."
And you did say
Dibs.
there used to be. You did say that there used to be a very large temple down here.
Yes.
I suppose if there's any place that's going to have treasure, it would be a ruin of a temple.
I literally rush up to catch up to Basil. Like, do remember, we did still promise the contents of the goods.
I called dibs. That's how it works.
No, that is not how it works, Basil.
Nobody. Callista, dibs works, right? That's like law.
No, not exactly. No.
Man, a lot of bad things today. Found out a lot of bad things today.
Okay, so you enter the eastern room, which is
Mhm.
a wine cellar. So like
Mhm.
that first room you would kind of come down into was just kind of like general storage. Like there was a lot of furniture and stuff. This is the
Mhm.
wine cellar. The walls are aligned with nearly 30 large casks of wine.
Whoa.
And everyone give me a perception check.
Must be like heaven
Perception.
for you here, isn't it, Callista?
Yes, except I can't drink any of this.
14 for Peach. Ho ho, natural 20 for our bird lad, the other bird lad.
The other bird lad.
Mm-hmm.
A dirty 20.
The 20.
So in fact, everyone will notice that even though it is chilly down here, that your feet feel particularly colder than the rest of you, and that there seems to be the very subtle movement of air causing them to become colder coming from the south end of the
Mm.
Yeah, I'll investigation check all over that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Peach will
I'll-
help.
I will grossly lick like my palm and my finger and hold it up to where the wind's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure, you don't want to throw some flour on it?
I just, if there was invisible things, it made more sense that like the flour would coat it.
We did.
Also,
you
we
can
Oh,
get
hey.
Hey.
Finally.
So yeah, you come to the south wall, and there's a section of the wall where there is the tiniest little crack, as if an indicator of perhaps a secret door. And upon this section of wall is a faded symbol of a silver chalice with a golden sun on it.
Mm. Peach kind of puts his hand on it, and he says, we keep seeing this symbol everywhere. Do you think the Castellanters worshipped this god before they decided to worship a devil instead?
And then the black viper pops up. Oh, well, that is the holy symbol of Steamorph. Like demigoddess, minor power of nobility.
Right.
That temple was once, at least, a temple to Steamorph.
Oh, a demigoddess. Huh. Well, I guess if she was only a demigoddess, that would explain them switching over to a full devil.
They just.
But particularly Asmodeus, one of the strongest, most dangerous beings in the multiverse.
Well, that would do it. And I will kind of press against the symbol to see if, I don't know, is there any give? Is there kind of a hinge? Is it like a push door, a sliding up door?
Like right around the symbol presses into the wall as you press on it. As it like goes indents about maybe like an inch and a half. And then there is a grinding sound and the wall starts to slowly swing open.
Oh.
And
careful.
Chamber.
Peach is going to pop his echo out in front of him and do that usual thing of having it move forward 15 feet ahead before the party goes. Yeah, so I will just say his echo is here. Does anything happen? glaive go off? Anything like that?
The glaive does not glow.
Okay.
And in this
What is the room?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In the center of the room is a table with 20 5-pound silver trade bars.
Whoa.
Additionally, there are shelves on each of the side walls. And on these shelves are multiple medium-sized sacks that seem to bulge and protrude in strange ways.
Peach himself is going to like basically bar the way so other people can't like barge in and start taking money, and his echo will basically open one of the sacks.
Okay. It contains gold coins.
So Peach at the door basically looks to the Black Viper and says, "This room has only money in it, but I don't think your sack will be able to carry it all." And then he will step aside and let everybody go into the room.
Splitsies? Half and half?
I-
Or what are we thinking here, Miss Viper?
Well, I don't even think that if we split it, we could carry it all. Look at all these shelves. And look at all these bars.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Basil has a bag we can put this in.
Oh no, I don't think 2 bags could hold this. It is a lot.
So
Is the sense of scale correct? Am I actually...
Not quite, maybe. So
Okay.
there's 20 of the 5-pound silver bars. So each of
Okay.
those is worth 25 gold.
Mm-hmm.
And then each sack of gold, it looks like it has about anywhere from about 25 to 50 gold pieces in it.
Oh, okay, okay.
And there would be probably about 30 of these sacks on each shelving unit.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember, last session we went through the math of how much gold you can carry. So
Okay.
Okay, I
Okay.
try to steal one of the bags of gold. I rolled a 9. What happens?
I can put it in the bag. What are you doing? I just slap your hand. What are you doing? I just put it in the bag.
You pick up the sack of gold, and it clanks nicely. Nothing bad happens.
I think
But
it was
everybody
more the,
notices.
Like, in front of Black Viper.
All right. I was just trying to steal one of the bags of gold for myself.
And like the
Peach.
the Black Viper kind of like does like kind of like the crouch, like look around movement, and like says, "Helping yourself to some of the merchandise."
You can't fault me for trying, darling.
Splitsies, though? Are we going halvesies on this, or are you taking most of it,
Basil.
or like what's going on here?
My friends, for goodness sake, I did make a bargain. At least try to hold to it.
And like the Black Viper just like has her bag of holding out. It was like stuffing the sacks of gold down into her bag of holding.
Yeah, but she's already from a noble house. They already have money. We live in a bar.
You really think
And
I'm
this
going
is
to
a
be part of a
problem?
noble family for much longer?
Oh, okay. Dang it. I can get behind that. I have a single silver bar that I'm like slowly leaning towards the bag. Fine. All right. Okay. All right.
You folks can take the silver if I can take the gold.
Good enough.
Oh my god. The 20 silver bars, that's how much gold per each?
500 gold. So 25 gold each, right?
125, yeah.
If we take 20,
20 times 25.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's 500. 500.
500. 125 each, but we have to sell it first, so never mind.
Well,
Yeah, we do have to see Peach's dad.
yeah, Peach is dead.
Well, we can make note of it.
While this is happening, Peach is going to go back and see. He's just going to check on the stone door of the cellar.
Okay.
Does it look like something I can close again from this side / open from the inside? because what he doesn't want is someone going downstairs and seeing this door is open and that all the money is gone while we're still here.
Yes, you can close it, and yes, it does look like you can open it from this side.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to tell everyone that I'm closing it for stealthy purposes.
Sounds good.
Yep. And I'll do that.
I'm leading over to the Black Viper. Have you looked at like an annuity? Because if you get this thing going, man, you could get a real nest egg going on here.
All right. And now before you continue, because you do see that there are stairs descending into the darkness. We will take our break.
Yay!
Yes. And remember, everyone, that a break for us is also a break for you, whether you are watching or listening. So go to the bathroom, have a snack, drink some water or some other fluid that you enjoy, gird yourself for the rest of existence, and we shall see you back here very shortly.
Ta for now.
Mhm.
And we're back. Hello, everyone. Sorry to
Hello.
keep y'all
Hello.
waiting. We are back from our break and ready to descend down a spooky dark staircase in a
Spooky dark
hidden vault
staircase.
in the cellar.
Uh-huh.
With a fake vault in it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's
I
a
thought you were gonna-
practice run for when we go into like the actual vault at the
That's
end of this
right.
campaign.
All right.
I thought you were going to throw us for a loop and say we're going to descend into Avernus, and then the whole campaign is changed. We're probably in hell now.
We're
Uh-huh.
part of the
Oh.
Blood Wars now.
A dark
Yep.
staircase heading down 30 feet. And
Mhm.
sure, I take a quick map.
Mhm.
I set up.
And my echo is going 15 feet in front of us.
Okay.
And I have my glaive out so that if anything bad is about to get us, it will let us know.
I think I did not set up hiding.
Fine, we can just see where all of the bad guys in all the rooms are, and it's fine.
All right, everyone. You know the drill. Let's derail. Talk about something. Let's go.
I made a rice cooker fried rice where you just kind of add the eggs, the scrambled egg after. And it
Nice.
just didn't come out right. But I have
Aw.
to eat it. It's like the only food I have until tomorrow. So I'm just
Oh.
I sat there during the break, just kind of like the Charlie Brown sad music, just shoveling the rice into my face. Like, this is fun.
I found that rice cooker fried rice is tricky because you do have to negotiate the water content of the rice and the actual water content of the egg. So, yeah, now you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give up. I'm gonna have to make like other stuff in it because I'm just so bad at it. It did not come
Oh.
out good.
I feel
Hey,
like
it's
the
fine.
tricky thing is to cook it long enough, because sometimes the moisture you add in from like eggs and various other things, like maybe if you do like green onions and such, tends to like really make it too wet. And it's like usually if you don't cook it long enough, it won't cook down and absorb into the rice. So
I have the Cadillac of rice cookers, so I'm not. It's all doing it on its own. I'm not.
well, yeah, I'm
not
talking
there
about
for
like
that.
after the fact where you go ahead and take that rice and go and throw it together to make the fried rice.
I just add scrambled eggs directly into the rice cooker, close it again for 15
Mm.
minutes, and then open it.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I'm
Aha,
ultra
here we go.
lazy and poor.
Hey, hey. Ooh.
I'm actually really
Oh.
glad you said that because it reminded me I need to put rice on my grocery list.
Rice
Nothing-
good.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Nothing beats having like a 15-pound bag of rice and knowing like, oh, I'm good. I can eat forever. I'm good.
Definitely eat for quite some time.
Okay, so you come down and find this kind of like small chamber hallway area with that is dimly lit by flickering candles that are in tall, slender wrought iron candlesticks on that are like bolted onto the sides of the walls. The ceiling in this area is 10 feet high. And so you come downstairs, and in the middle of this first area that you come into, there is a spiral staircase descending further down. Coming from the northwest is the distant sound of what's the word for like when you can hear something but you can't make out what they're saying?
Garble?
Like a murmur?
It's not like inaudible or like illegible or anyway. You can hear distant chanting. Can't quite tell what the chanting is.
From the northwest,
minute.
you said.
Yes.
I mean,
This is
it's
seeming
not
quite
good.
familiar here, Shadow.
To the south appear to be like 3 cells with iron banded wooden doors that have small barred windows embedded at eye level.
Peach is going to have his echo guide the way, and then once we get into that center area, he'll have the echo like basically stay back and like keep watch, so to speak. And then he'll peek in through the cells to see if there's anybody there.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to here and do the Metal Gear Solid thing. Where I put my back to the wall and kind of like peek out to try to see what's down that area.
You just see hallway. Okay.
I'm getting out
Just
the cultist
any
robes.
hallway.
All right, everyone, pick a robe and a face mask.
Well, I only have 4 of them, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, one of us is already dressed in full black. So
Callista, you probably recognize Infernal, right?
Yes.
Give me a perception. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, Callista's the only person in the party who speaks Infernal.
15.
Okay, so you can kind of make out the words of this distant chanting, and it's basically like we hail the Lord of Darkness, we hail Asmodeus, like on repeat.
Oh.
Maximum
I'm imagining,
not good.
but we don't understand that, so we don't care.
Is this Peach or Peach's
This is my echo.
Okay.
But you can like give it a poke or something, and I'll switch back.
If I talk to your echo, do you hear it?
I don't think...
Well, I mean, like real Peach isn't that far away.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I'll hear it. Do I see anything through the cell doors? Are there any prisoners in here? Uh-oh. So that solves the problem for you. He switches places, so he's next to Callista, and then he says, "The cells are all empty."
Yeah, I think we have some cultists down this way.
Oh. Should we go there first, or should we go down these stairs first?
Well,
I really don't like the vibes I'm getting from down here. But, well, I guess there might be like golden idols or something. So I'll stick with you.
Do you mean down here as in down here where we are, or down here as in down the stairs?
All of it.
All of it, yeah. Well,
first time in a spooky underground lair?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, you get used to it pretty quickly, especially when there's like beholders and a bunch of mind-controlled people, or like devils, or it becomes okay. I'm putting on the Onyx mask.
I've been
putting the hood up.
Like stealing from other noble families. I've been in other kinds of dungeons, but not this kind of dungeon.
Like the normal ones. Right.
The normal ones, he says.
Peach is going to turn his face towards the hallway and then look to Callista and say, "It seems like if we go down the hall, we will walk right into something horrible. But maybe if we go down the stairs, we will sneak up behind them. What do you think?"
Yes, I'm always in favor of going down.
Well, let's go down then.
I'm not gonna...
I'm 3 years old. I don't understand. So, Peach
Am I the only one that's gonna look like an evil cult leader, or is anyone else gonna jump in on these?
Well, I think I am much too large to fit into those, and also my wings will get in the way. They are not made for Eric.
But it's fine. I hold it up. The arms are so long. I look like a toddler in it. It's fine.
I also would not really fit well with that. Even though I can't use my wings, they still protrude out.
And then, but Peach will look to Callista and then to the Black Viper and say, "Well, you two are the most human and completely human members of this party, perhaps you could put these costumes on, and if we are caught, you can simply say that we are your prisoners for sacrifice. And it would help protect your identity, he will add to the Viper.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that could work. Yes.
So she'll give kind of like an approving shrug and nod, and like grab the robes and pull
You
it
want-
on.
Do you want to be a fancy one, or do you want the underling one?
Well,
Ne-
I think whoever is the fancy one should be very confident in pretending to be Lady Castellanter.
Yes,
that's-
I'll be the fancy one.
Okay. All right. Shall we go down? I will have my echo go first.
Might as well.
All right.
Let's go.
How obvious is it that I have horns when I put the hood up?
How much do your horns protrude?
Not that much, because they're like ram's horns.
I feel like they
You can-
wouldn't care, honestly. They'd be more approving of it.
Yeah.
Well, if
Not-
she's
not-
trying to be Lady Castellanter, then that might be an issue. But you could just say you're Lady Castellanter with the Princess Leia cinnamon bun hair.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going down the spiral staircase?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're thinking we could possibly sneak up, into the ritual. Oh no.
Well, there's a lot of ways to go now.
Echo will
Okay.
go first.
Okay. Okay, great. So you come down the spiral staircase, come to this room with branching hallways off of it. The north end of the room here on the wall is an 18-foot high. So this is a very tall room hallway. 18-foot
Okay.
high, 9-foot wide portrait with a gilded frame. The portrait is of a strikingly handsome and impeccably dressed bearded man with small horns protruding from his forehead. He carries a ruby-tipped cane.
Is that not scream a secret door to anyone else? Basil's gonna run and jump at the painting.
You crash into the painting and fall to the floor.
Oh,
Aw.
my back! Oh, my back hurts so much. Why'd I go back first?
Why would you just immediately decide to run through it?
Because most noble people are so dumb. Why?
Well, now they make you
Peach-
look dumb.
Peach goes and looks at the painting, which I guess is now ruined because Basil threw himself at it.
It has like a grease spot in the form of like a halfling like side smashing into it.
You just see the
Oh.
outline of just like the cheek and chin.
Peach sighs as he looks at it and says, "Well, that is incredible evidence that we were here. I don't suppose we could somehow get rid of this painting."
I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn it with acid. Ah, that hurts so much.
Oh,
That makes it even more obvious we're here.
Yes, you're going to burn it with acid? That seems like a terrible idea.
well, how about I just cut it out of the frame?
That seems like a bad idea too. Why don't we just leave it and hope that
Yeah.
nobody notices?
That's probably for the best.
It is dark down here.
True.
We can just go ahead and dim the lights on here. Got a
Well-
cover for this torch here?
I only don't like that it makes it very obvious that it was a halfling that smeared this painting.
It could be a child.
Yes, let's go ahead and throw the children of these castellaries to the dogs at this point.
Oh, because they're not sacrificing children.
Well, they probably don't even know what's going on up there.
So there are a set of double doors here on the
Mhm.
east
Mhm.
wall, and then there's these 3 branching hallways.
We hear anything beyond the
Um,
door?
Nothing no discernible sounds coming from the other side of the door. The chanting is definitely coming from just the west in general.
Okay. In that case, since this direction is we're gonna head that way as a given, Peach is going to test the keys because he still has them on the doors to the east.
Okay. Well, these doors were actually not locked. They were just
Oh, okay.
Well, okay then.
just double doors.
In that case, Peach will open them and then have his Echo go in first.
Okay.
I'll just plonk it there.
That's
I
not
just want to make sure.
That's
How many
not
more
good.
crypts can we go into today?
They've all been bad, guys. Every single one has been bad.
Okay. So there. This looks to be like the family crypt. There's about a
Oh,
dozen.
okay.
There's about a dozen recesses coming off of like the central hallway. Down all of these recesses is a stone sarcophagus.
I guess Peach will lead the way with his Echo and have his glaive out just in case.
Okay, so non-Echo Peach has also stepped through the doors and into this area.
Yep.
Okay, the instant you do so, your glaive lights up.
Peach goes, "Oh, be careful." And then he will advance cautiously, sending out his Echo 30 feet ahead now.
Well,
so that's 15. That's another 15. So that's as far as it can get with Peach being here.
Well, all of a sudden everything spawns.
Yeah.
And they
Sorry.
I'll give it to Black Piper, and they got mad at me for running into a painting.
Peach proper has stepped next to a sarcophagus, so that triggers it. So.
Oh, okay then.
Oh, this feels oddly familiar.
Slightly.
I'm just waiting for the initiative counter to come up.
Yeah.
Okay, rolling for initiative.
How far away was the sounds we were hearing for the chanting?
Well, they were kind of like echoing down the hallway. It definitely grew much louder now that you're down here.
So it's probably a good rule of thumb that we are going to alert someone here.
Well, they're loud. They're in a loud room with clearly a large sound infrastructure that is keeping all that loudness in there.
They're also yelling, "Asmodeus, you're the best! Asmodeus forever!" So I really don't think they're gonna hear anything as long as we make this quick. Or we could just run away.
Okay. So
I don't think ghosts let you run away.
materializing and rising from 3 of these sarcophagi in the more northern part of the crypt are some vaporous specters.
Oh, there's a king ghost in there. Oh.
Oh, is that like an actual ghost? Oh no.
Yes.
Remember what happened
no,
the last time we fought a ghost?
You don't necessarily see him yet.
Yeah, we don't.
All birds, close your eyes right now. You simply can't take the heat.
So that 16. this. Black Viper at turn. Where'd she go? There she is. Oh, she rolled low.
Oh no.
Okay. Basil, Callista, Cruz, Peach, Black Viper. Yeah, that should be everyone. Okay. So it looks like we have. Double check here. Basil at a 23, Callista at a 21, Cruz at an 18. The Spectres, or hold on, let's see here. Spectre.
My
+2.
modifier is +3.
Okay, so Peach goes before the Spectres. Peach at 16, then the Spectre is also at 16. Then the other thing you're not don't quite know about yet, and then the Black Viper. Okay, so Basil, you're going first.
What's going? What? So this thing, is it on fire currently?
Which thing?
This thing that I see as I walk into the room.
It's just kind of like materializing and drifting towards.
Okay, but it's not like a flame skull or anything like
No,
that.
no,
It's
no.
just okay. Because you can't, I can't
it's
quite
just-
tell from the image
it's
whether or
just-
not it's a.
It's just spectral undead.
Okay. I immediately go, oh no, not ghosts again. Take out the alchemical crossbow. Chunk a giant like lever on it. Everything starts lighting up on fire, and I just shove a firebolt down the down those little alcove at it.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 would hit.
A. So it's, hold on, does that add the 17 damage? Because it added the 4 from my.
Alchemical.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
Dang.
seems particularly unfazed by the firebolt, but it does seem to like singe around the edges.
I just turn around. Of course, fire's no go. I'm sure poison isn't either. I'm out. Run back out of the room.
Okay. We'll go to Callista.
So I'm going to walk forward, and that same one, I'm going to pull out a little silver bell and ding it.
Okay.
Cast Toll the Dead. So it's a Wisdom 16.
Well, it gets a 3.
Nice. And did the firebolt hit?
It did.
Okay,
Didn't
so it's
do any
not at
damage.
full health.
It's not at full health.
Okay. So that would be nice. 16.
Nice.
It does absolutely nothing.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, because it's
Necrotic damage.
necrotic. Yeah. Son of a bitch. All right.
We're built for this.
Okay.
You guys are doing great.
Well,
we rolled
then.
out 2 damage types. So that's pretty good. You ever play Persona 5?
Well, in that case, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Where do you want it?
Right next to this guy.
Next to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Sweet.
Is it a golf club?
It's a.
Brutal.
It's a big sword.
It's clearly the Kylo Ren lightsaber.
oh, maybe I could have taken that as a halberd too, I suppose.
It's definitely the Kylo Ren lightsaber.
Yeah. Except yellow
Perfect.
instead of red.
Yeah.
Which is still a
And
dark side power.
I think I can strike as soon as I call it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get to swing on the turn that you cast it.
Well, that's pretty good. 17.
Yep. So yeah, 17 will hit.
All right, sweet. 10 damage.
In the force damage. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, not radiant. Wouldn't that be nice if it were radiant? But it's
Wouldn't
not.
it be nice?
Okay. I don't know how to describe spectral undead looking quite visibly hurt. But yes. Okay.
It has a single black eye.
It's looking like Swiss cheese.
It seems to be like more transparent and less materialized. Okay,
Gotcha.
so that's it for Callista then?
What if it gets staticky like an old TV?
Oh yeah. Cruz, you're up.
Okay, so
Come
I have a
on,
quick question.
Moonlight Sword, let's go.
Can I even get in between here? It seems rather small.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, I'll tap my boots because I want to make sure I have the mobility for it. And then I'll get into this spot because I feel like they've got that handled on the first one. Hopefully. Hopefully.
Nah.
And I'm going to take a swing with my longsword.
Remember, it's the Moonlight one, so it does.
It is. 21.
21
Which
hits.
means let's go ahead and roll the Umbral Strike while I'm at it. So 4 damage from that. And then do we rule it as 1d4 for the Moonlight?
Yes.
Okay. So 1 more there. So 5 there, and then the actual damage roll. Uh,
3.
yeah, I don't know why I did that twice.
Well, it says one's one hand, one's two hands.
Yeah,
So
so
3 and 5, so 8 damage.
1
Yep.
point of that's radiant damage.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
this is true.
1 point's radiant.
This stat block does not say anything about vulnerabilities.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you gotta swing for the fences.
Yep. All right, so that one I'm assuming also hit,
Also hits.
and that'll be 4.
Okay.
Wow, what a chasm. What a divide of damage.
But it is another swing, so I get 1d4 again off of the sword. So
Hey.
8.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Still not dead, I'm assuming.
Not defeated, but visibly hurt.
All right, last swing it is. 18.
Okay.
No, that's
6
better.
damage.
That is exactly enough to defeat.
Okay, well,
Nice.
extra light or holy / radiant damage just to make sure it's dead. And then I
Okay.
guess, oh god, I don't know about this.
Yeah, just look down to see if anything is coming. It's fine. You won't die.
I'd probably go over here.
Yeah.
Would I even
then-
see it?
No.
Would I see it at this point, Shadow? Fuck. Okay. Oh,
yeah, you would
God.
only see this probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the brain dog pit all over again.
But this, like, I have no reason not to. My character would actively try to be at the front. So
That's why. That's why it's the brain dog pit again. It's totally in character, and it's a bummer.
yeah.
Mm,
That's, yeah, I end my turn there. Oh, fuck.
And your turn.
It's
there.
cool.
Okay.
We don't know how to bring anyone back from the dead yet.
All right, Peach.
hello. I will step forward And, well, can I get through
Well-
Callista, or is Callista, like, very firmly in the way?
Callisto would be like difficult terrain, like cost half. move through
Okay.
their square.
In that case, I will... I see
Like
that
walk-
Cruz is, again, also in my way.
Mhm.
That's great.
Sorry.
Yeah, I will... move up here to where the echo is, and take the 10 feet of movement to move past him.
Okay.
Can I get through to this guy with Cruz in front of me? I'm guessing no.
Um.
Because it looks
Not
like
really.
he's in... Yeah, okay.
Really screw the pooch on this one.
Yeah, okay,
But
so...
now being here,
Mhm.
you will see like kind of like some kind of blue glow coming.
Okay. In that case, I will be the one who moves forward then. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as I can go. And is that enough for me to give a poke to this guy?
Well, I want to tell you something.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you come down here,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the insubstantial image, a handsome, clean-shaven man of knightly bearing, clad in plate.
Oh, okay.
And like he sees you, and like the ghost kind of like tilts his head, and he looks.
Can I say something to him? Or at least
Sure.
try to?
Yeah.
Oh, hello? You seem confused.
You are not of my family. What
Oh.
are you doing down here?
Oh, I am here because, well, are you a Castellanter, first of all?
I am Caledorn Castellanter, former masked lord and hero of Waterdeep.
Oh, then you may want to float a little closer to the floor for this most terrible news. The current Lord and Lady Castellanter are devil worshippers, and we are here to stop them.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Not my strong suit. An 11. It was almost a natural 20.
What a bummer.
Feels bad.
You tell me that, my descendants worship an infernal power and no longer worship Xenomorph?
Yes, unfortunately, that is exactly what I am telling you.
This devastating news.
Oh, I am very sorry to devastate you.
And that's about, I think, enough time to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll move on
That's
then.
my turn. Yeah.
Okay. We'll go to the Spectre. And the Spectre will move forward to attack Cruz.
Yes, sir.
With a 14, I believe that won't hit.
Correct. It will not.
Okay.
The bulwark of the party.
Until I get crit like 3 times in a row.
Shh.
I mean, it's coming. Shadow is known for critting Cruz specifically.
Yeah.
And then
25 necrotic damage.
it will
Your
float
HP.
through Cruz.
Oh,
Just
Oh,
gross.
that
go.
feels so lovely.
And it'll wind up
Gross.
over here. At which point, it will see Callista and the Black Viper in the cultist robes and halts and seems taken
Bas-
aback.
Basil's also in the cultist robes.
Okay. And this specter here is like seeing like Callista, who has attacked it, and and wearing the cultist robes, and like it's halted. It won't do anything. That takes us to the ghost of Caledorn Castellanter.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, I may retain, some form of, conscious thought in my ghostly state. I do not have the power to call off the spirits of call off the other spirits. But if you say that you do not pose any immediate danger to myself, I shall not attack you.
I shall not. You seem quite the honorable ghost.
Okay, that'll be it for him. That'll take us to the Black Viper. And the Black Viper will just come up and start attacking the Spectre.
Sneak attack, sneak attack.
Yep, because Callista is also
Celeste is flanking, yep.
there. So that'll be 15, 13, and 21, all of which hit.
Damn. Rogues.
Yeah, I don't even think you need to roll anything. It's just die.
Okay, so that'll be 8 plus 5 plus 10. So that's 23 piercing damage halved because she doesn't have a magical weapon.
Mm.
So that is 11 damage.
And then the sneak attack bonus.
Oh, right, sneak attack. On
It
each
is
of
half,
these.
though.
20, 13, and 14. So that is an additional 33, 47. Half.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. The Spectre is dead.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like, I don't even think you need to roll. It just dies.
It is put to rest.
Mm.
And then that takes us to Basil.
Tactical combat roll. Firebolt. What a journey that dice roll was. 12?
12 does exactly hit.
Woohoo.
Okay. All right.
So 12 damage
12 damage.
would be halved to 6, and that is enough to get that one.
And I slowly roll backwards out of the room.
Do a barrel roll.
Okay. That will stop the initiative order because Caledorn Castellanter's ghost is not hostile. And where's the Our Lord of Lies? That's the one.
The Lord of
What?
Lies? Excuse me?
That's
What?
what? Excuse me, that sounds horrible.
Doth my ears deceive?
No, it's a lie. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? We're perfectly safe here. Everything is good. So Peach is going to, still remembering the last terrible time they had with a ghost, is going to keep his respectful distance.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to say, well, I am guessing since you're a ghost, you can't exactly leave this place.
I am bound
we
to
will-
the crypt.
Oh, Peach tries to think of something like
Like he sits out-
conciliatory.
like he floats out here and he says like, I cannot pass the doors.
Oh, Well, I am very sorry for that, but we could come back and tell you if we have successfully vanquished the devil worshippers. If we don't come back, then you will know that we have perished.
Very good. I see that perhaps you yourself are of a knight, perhaps? You wear armor as such? If you return to me with news of vanquishing the devil worshippers, I have something I may be able to give you.
Oh, that is very kind of you. Is there anything you would like us to bring you?
Like a slushy or a big gulp, hot
I
dog.
think they were meaning like just a proof of concept kind of thing.
I will know.
You will know. All right, very well then. And then he'll kind of swivel his head around to Cruz and go, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah, probably for the best.
And then to the noble ghost, he will give a courtly bow, just like his father taught him. And then he will swiftly make haste.
Okay.
And say his farewells.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
And,
we're all
like,
back out here.
Oh, like the Black Viper is kind of like, and he's like, or she's saying like, oh, probably no treasure in the sarcophagi.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Uh,
risk it. I think the ghost over there will actually attack you if you try to grave
Yes.
rob.
Good call. Okay.
Yeah, last time someone took something that wasn't theirs, I just look at Cruz. Two of our party members almost just fully died. So, just hands in pockets.
It was one animated armor, and we were perfectly fine.
Well, I did promise the ghost that we would come back and tell him that his family estate is cleansed of devil worshippers, so let's sneak to the devil worshippers and vanquish them.
Very well. Lead on then, allies.
Echo will go first, and is there a hallway that the chanting seems like weaker, or does it all seem to be just leading to the same room and they have 3 hallways for some
It's
reason?
it's the weakest from the southmost. It seems to
Okay.
be about equal coming from these two hallways.
So Peach says, do we want to go straight to the devil chanting room? Or do we want to go down and, I don't know, try to sneak up on them?
Maybe. Yes, I think we should sneak up on them.
Okay,
Yes, I
so
think that's a good idea.
Okay, so we'll go down the weakest sounding corridor then, I guess.
Okay.
On we go.
Oh, there's a lot of this map, huh?
Oh, it's a huge map.
Oh, biggie boy map, big boy map.
I didn't really zoom out. Are those?
Oh no,
Ring
what
wraiths?
are those? Oh no.
There are cots standing against the north and south walls, in 2 of which are sleeping figures.
Oh, they're sleeping. Oh,
Kill 'em.
okay.
Kill.
And yes, they are dressed in the robes and have the masks on.
Who sleeps in their creepy devil worshipping clothes? Oh, these guys try way too hard. So Peach and Co sneak up there, and he just kind of looks at Cruz and looks at the rest of the party like,
Do we put them out of their mercy quickly, I guess?
So, and
Basil's
also
doing this.
That west wall there has 4. I always forget if this is bas relief or boss reliefs of pit fiends.
of course it does. Of course it freaking does. Peach is going to whisper to Cruz, alive or dead?
Boss relief.
they are really servants of this Dark Lord, I think it's best to put them out of their misery now.
Oh, so dead?
Yes, although I'm loath to do it.
Very well then. And then he'll have his echo go up here, and he goes here, and I guess we bonk.
Okay.
We bonk at dawn. Do we
Basil
roll
will aim up-
initiative?
Yep. Roll initiative.
If this isn't a
Alright.
surprise round, I don't know what is.
Yes, it is.
What?
This is I think the most surprised that a person could ever be ever.
I'm not even gonna bother changing the music.
22 for Peach.
Well, for me.
At the Black Viper. So you murked people before, right? Because it's about to go down.
Ooh, that's a 3.
Oh,
That's good news.
oh, well,
Even after the surprise round, they're going to go incredibly last. So great.
Well,
They're super dead.
Okay. Yep. So Peach appropriately goes first.
Okay, bonk. 12.
Advantage because prone and incapacitated, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This is at advantage.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, also surprise round, I forgot. Well, that's a 1, so forget that.
Okay. Listen,
Well, a
So-
12 does just hit.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a warm up.
Wonderful. So, that's 14 points of bonk. How do they look?
Instantly dead.
Okay,
Would you like to describe what happens?
Peach goes up there and he looks down at this person who's probably snoring in their
Yeah.
laboriously handmade devil worshipping robes,
Like
and he feels
like it's just like sprawled out in this cot, kind of like arms out, and like one hand is still clutching a wine bottle.
oh man. So Peach stands there. He clearly doesn't feel good about this, and so he just lifts the glaive and then drives the butt end of the glaive right through the guy's head.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's even more brutal. You could have done the execution. It would have at least
Yeah.
been less suffering.
So much
I
worse.
probably would have just slit his throat with the blade of the glaive, but no, crush his face in.
It goes right through. Boom! He doesn't even wake up to feel it. And my echo can make another attack. So
Oh my god.
here's the second guy. 1 again, getting all my ones out.
Hey.
Advantage.
Well, you got advantage, thankfully.
Yeah,
Okay, there you
27 to
go.
hit.
Yeah.
And that's 11 points of bonk.
Okay, well you kill this one too.
Same thing.
Oh
I
god.
They just both the Echo and Peach just stab the butt end of the glaive down at the same time, and then boop, they get hole punched right through the face.
The Black Viper is just kind of looks a bit horrified.
And then-
I literally go I told you to take them out. You didn't. I
You
could
said-
probably tell that they had some suffering before they died there.
You told me to put them out of their misery.
Yes, I
It's
was
actually-
expecting you to do a clean cut on their throat, or maybe just slice their head off. It would have been so much quicker and less painful for them.
Well, Cruz, you eat steak, right? Like, this is a bolt gun. I mean, the end of the spear is like a bolt gun.
I
So
look
it's
at you like, don't you talk to me about this right now.
Meanwhile,
just, like,
Peach is
bang.
Meanwhile, Peach is using their robes to clean the butt end of his glaive off and going, Cruz, it was very quick and merciful. They didn't even twitch.
Literally, I see just blood covering your entire abdomen from just the sheer splatter effect that happened. I'm like, yeah.
Meanwhile, the Black Viper is looking around and goes and lifts their robes up to so their regular clothes underneath, and is rifling through their pockets, finds a few silver and gold coins, and then looks around He kind of like looks at these murals, bas reliefs on the wall, and ponders for a second and says, I think there's a secret door behind that one.
Oh.
Two flights here.
Peach will obligingly press his hands against it to try and find the hidden give point.
Okay.
Do I need to make an athletics check of some kind?
No. It's just that there's kind of like this pit fiend that's like that kind of like comes like out of the wall a bit as part of like this boss relief, and like when you push on the pit fiend itself, it just opens up.
You gotta give him a boop on the nose.
I boop the snoot
action.
Yeah.
Okay. It reveals what kind of looks to be like a storage area of some kind. So on the back side of the secret door, like there's like actual like doorknobs to be able to open it from the side.
Okay.
Standing against the south wall, there's two black wardrobes with 9 pointed stars carved into their doors.
Okay.
Along the west wall, mounted on it, are tall, slender mirrors. Their stone frames carved with serpents. Stacked in the middle of the room are 6 wine casks.
Interesting. Peach has his echo examining all of this, and then he kind of looks to the other members of the party, and he says, you know, it seems kind of weird that they're having all their followers drink the wine. Do you think all the followers are going to suddenly drop dead because the wine is poisoned?
Oh, let me check.
Probably not.
Be kind of unnecessary here, I feel.
I'll check to see if the wine's poisoned in any capacity, or like there's anything in it.
They are full.
Is it? Can I take a, not like a swig.
But
A little licky lick.
Just a little
Yes.
sample.
Yes. Basil just sticks his tongue in it. That's it.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on.
Not even Callista would like that.
For any of you who might have had any like kind of like Catholic mass experience, it tastes like communion wine.
Got it.
Not poisonous.
Does it taste like evil communion wine though?
Oh my
Because
God.
this is for
Isn't
devil worshippers.
I guess.
You can taste the evil in every drop.
hey, maybe.
These were made in the freaking pits of Avernus with these vineyards, you know? Yes, they totally exist there.
Devil toes crush these devil grapes.
Ugh. Nope. Normal wine.
Oh, okay. Is this chamber closed, or is there a doorway coming off this place here?
Yes, you can see that there is in fact one of those doorknobs on this door as well. Looks like it's another kind of secret door from the other side.
I will gesture for the party to be quiet, and then I will have the echo very cautiously open the door as quietly as possible. And then I'll
at the back of their sermon, I bet you.
Yeah, and then like actually if we're sneaking, I should switch places with it so that I can like physically peek through the door, be like, ugh.
Bruce, I have one more bag of flour, and if you use gust of wind on it and blow it in there, and then I light it on fire, I'm just saying, we could get a thing going. Granted, we're in an enclosed space underground, so...
Oh my lordy god.
Well, there's no people in this room. It's just scary.
Yeah, so Peach takes a peek. It's empty. I hope it's empty.
Well, like you step through the doorway and then look around.
Oh no,
then that'll change your line of sight to see how much you see.
Yeah, I'm basically opening the door to see if the quality of the sound changes, and if it sounds
Oh
like
yeah,
I'm in
immediately.
Okay. And then yeah, I'll kind of like open the door really quietly and kind of like edge my head around to see like, oh, I sure hope no one is
Okay.
looking this way. Should I roll stealth?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
Oh,
Forgot.
mother. Oh, mother.
I just need to unmask 35 combatants. Don't worry about it.
Only 3 of them.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you first looked into the ceremonial hall.
Okay.
This hall has a 30-foot high vaulted ceiling, and there are balconies up above. That looks like that's where like those 2 hallways went to, were balconies.
Oh, all right.
Overlooking this lower level.
Mm-hmm.
There are rows of flickering candles of iron candlesticks, forming a pathway to a 30-foot tall statue at the west end of the hall. The statue depicts the smiling bearded man of diabolical bent with small horns protruding from his brow, cloven hooves instead of feet. Looks identical to the portrait.
Oh, okay.
At the base of the statue, clutched in a stone claw erupting from the floor, the 3-foot deep, 9-foot diameter stone bowl filled with crackling flames.
Mm.
And in the center of the flames, you think you can see kind of like a glowing, magical, small version of the statue.
I think we know what we have to steal from this place.
Three three cultists wearing red robes, devil masks, and wooden holy symbols of Asmodeus kneel before the statue, feverishly chanting an infernal hymn. The walls around the statue are covered by large tapestries that depict scenes of humanoid debauchery.
Great.
Debauchery.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the end of our session.
Ah.
No, but I want to just kill them.
I mean, we got 20 minutes. We could just blow some flour in there and call it a day.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so glad that we ended on debauchery.
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 Seems to have been the theme of tonight's session.
Just a
Yeah,
little
exactly.
bit.
You flirt with an old lady once, and everyone loses their mind. It's fine. She was into it.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
All right. Well, I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Good times.
What did you think of tonight's session, Drew?
Oh, it was awesome.
Any particular highlights or moments that you would like to bring up?
I mean, come on.
Yeah, there's kind of one stick out in this.
Basil with the Black Viper's mother.
This one is definitely goes to Basil. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. I don't think there's any sort of competition of that at all.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, tonight was finally Basil's night. And what a beautiful night it was.
Right.
Some of those lines, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anything else you want to bring up from tonight, or if you want to move along to maybe plugging anything else you might be up to?
Oh yeah. You can find me at Drew the Damager at Twitch. Oh no, sorry. Twitch.tv/Drew the Damager. And I will be on, I believe, Sunday night with more Cube Escape.
Okay.
Or Rusty Lake, or one of them.
Are you still on Rusty Lake Roots?
No, I finished that one.
Okay. I missed
So I think-
I missed your this past Sunday night stream because I had D&D with Tilted.
Oh yeah, that's
Sorry.
right. Yep. So I think the next one is Cube Escape, the Cave,
Okay.
which should be like only an hour long. Then maybe we can move on to the next, whatever the next one is.
Sounds good. All right. True. Tilted.
Hey,
Thoughts from tonight's session?
I mean, come on now. Again, it was a great night to have Basil role play his heart out. I mean, I did, of course, enjoy the commentary from the Black Viper as well. It was nice, like, because when you think about the Black Viper too, is kind of like, oh, okay, she's this thief that goes around and steals a bunch of stuff, but underneath, she's just kind of a noble lady that's just trying to do her own thing for her own vices.
Mm.
And so it was a nice, like, change of like, oh, okay, so she's not like one particular like tomboy specifically, but it was very interesting. I enjoyed it. But in terms of where you can find me, obviously you can find me over at Tilted Gaming. I will be doing more Baldur's Gate 3.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving further along in Act 1, and eventually we'll hit Act 2. It's going to be probably Baldur's Gate 3 for the entire weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then next week, as long as everything goes according to plan, we'll be doing our Curse of Strahd campaign.
Mm-hmm. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after.
Correct.
Nice.
That one will probably be a Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be a Saturday, and I think you guys will now finish the Dev House. I thought that was going to be the case last week,
Well,
but you'll now finish Dev House.
We got to the final chamber with like an altar in the middle of like the water and then the shambling mound.
Yeah, they discovered the little pile of refuse. Like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, that's where everything went wrong for my party when I went through Strahd.
Yeah, luckily they were smart enough and backed away from it, and then just decided we're going to go and camp outside for a little bit.
I carried around a dead body that I gentle reposed for like 20 sessions after that.
Oh my god!
waiting to level up so I could cast resurrection spell on it. It was bad.
But the thing is, if you run it like with the book, though, you're not even supposed to be past level 2.
Yeah, that was the whole. I was playing a cleric, and this was his first real thing to like being a cleric, and he was like, "Okay, I gotta repent now. This is like a repentance thing I had." So he was carrying around a dead body, gentle repose. It was bad. It really slowed us down a lot, and
Yeah.
I regret it now. But
They haven't found any dead bodies or people in general
Was it a
outside of the
was it a
undead.
player character?
no, we went with an NPC.
Oh.
And the NPC died, and I was like, well, my character can't leave this person to just die in Barovia, where we have all been magically whisked away to. So I have to carry this body. There's no other choice. Bummer.
And therefore, you're literally just lugging around a person while you're traversing this giant house.
And then for like a lot of Barovia, like way more Barovia than I would care to admit.
Oh my god.
Oops.
All right. Well then I guess we'll move on to Boogie.
I mean, we all know, and it's when the gelatinous cube dropped on that lady.
Uh-huh. So you could get out of having to talk to the Black Viper's mom.
It really was. The thing I liked the most was that we somehow didn't get hung up in the party as much as I thought there was going to be like social manipulation we had to do and like a whole bunch of things that none of it happened. We just got through it all, and I was like, oh,
You managed to avoid it.
what? We don't normally do this. We normally get like strung up in the small stuff. So it really worked out great.
Yeah. And it wound up that we had a pretty good balanced session. Like we had some good role play and some combat as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really got to make a charisma based character at some point so I can do that all the time. Because Basil has 15 minutes in the tank and then he's got to drain it.
Are you gonna come back to streaming anytime soon?
Yeah, at some point. It's been a mix of bad habits and like when you get used to not streaming, you suddenly look at the clock, you're like, oh, it's 11. I can't stream now. Instead of setting an alarm to just start streaming earlier. So it's a lot of stuff like that where I'll look up from what I'm doing and I'll be like, oh, well, bummer. And then, oops. So hopefully I can get that. I'll set an alarm system and get it all under control because I really want to play Obscura. Their Expedition 33 so bad. So yeah, hopefully I come back to it. I gotta get my life in check a little bit.
All right. And Gubby.
Hello. I mean, we all know my favorite part. It was the part where Basil got to be a smooth talker, a magnificent charmer that we all knew that he could be, and he didn't even explode his airbags of spores on anyone. So that was great.
That was the funny part to me is like everyone like prior, because in our Discord we talk about this stuff, is that you guys were all saying, "Oh, well, Chris is going to go ahead and try schmoves on the Black Viper," and it turned out it was Basil that got the whole show, which is great. I'm happy about it.
See an opportunity, you gotta pounce.
That's right.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it for me.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. I had a great time. I did not foresee Basil like like flirting with the Black Viper's mom. So that was hilarious. And yeah, I think you pretty much actually did as much in this session as I thought you would, which is a first.
Holy shit. Nice.
We did it.
Hey!
We made suitable progress, guys.
So
Yeah.
we are on track to finish by session 60 or
90.
65-ish, 90.
90.
90.
I'm still thinking like late 50s.
Mm.
I don't believe you.
Can we do it in another 10 episodes?
Well, if we say one episode to finish this lair,
Mhm.
then we need to break into Xanathar's lair again to steal the goldfish.
Mhm.
So we'll say 3,
Mm-hmm.
assuming that goes absolutely terribly. So there's 4 episodes.
Well,
So
we
that
gotta get
brings
out of
us-
here as well. Like we
Yeah,
have to
so-
exit back into a party in chaos.
Yeah.
That's true. But like one session. One session to like get the idol, get out of the party, because we're just gonna beeline out of the party. We're not lingering or anything. So with that, and then plus the 3 sessions for Xanathar's lair, and then say another 3 sessions for the actual vault. 7 sessions, maybe? Add another 3. So for wiggle room, that gives us 10. So yeah, 58. Like Shadow said.
Mhm.
Late 50s.
You guys don't want to just kick back for like 10 sessions of talking to just random NPCs we find on the street?
We've
I
had
don't think we
so much of that in this campaign.
The thing is that we don't even talk to NPCs. We just talk to each other for like hours.
Well, we're bonding. That's what parties do. They bond.
All
But yeah,
right.
by
Well,
60, I think we'll finish.
thank you, everyone. Thanks to Arvin Elron for hosting our campaign on his channel. So be sure to check out all of our stuff, which you can find via commands in the chat, which I'm sure Tilted is about to do right now. Yes. there it goes.
You know it, baby.
And let's see, because it is pretty much the end of the month, so we will likely be back in 2 weeks, but keep an eye out on my social media or Arv's Discord or Drew's Discord or something like that to find out more information about when if it is not in 2 weeks for some reason. So yeah, thanks to everyone who came out tonight. Hope to see you all again sometime in chat. And have a good night, everybody. For watching. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.